Hi guys, and welcome back. Now, we've got a bit of an interesting one today. I'm going to flip you around and have a little look, but we've got a log cabin, I suppose, but basically a wooden garage where someone's crashed into it. So what they've done is they've drove down that manhole cover, which has shunted their car forward, and they've drove into the side of this garage, as you can see here. So don't think internally, structurally, it's that bad. I think the timber, I don't know if you can see in there, is in pretty good nick. I think it's all just superficial, and it's just pushed the timbers back. So I think it's going to be repairable. So we're going to have a little look. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys inside. We're going to open up, have a little look, investigate. It's ply lined in there. I have looked at the job before this, so it's ply lined in there. So we're going to get all the ply lining out. We're going to have a little look and see what we can do. Yeah, again, sorry about the lighting. I know I say that in every video. I really need to invest in some little ND filters to make filming these projects a little bit better for you guys when we're outside. But hey, the sun's shining, so we can't complain. Let's get in this. Let's do it. Cheers. Okay, so we're inside the garage, and as you can see, it's all ply lined in here. Maybe if I stand down here, you can see a bit better. It's pushed all that ply lining out, so I think our best bet is to get this ply off the insides, and then we can assess the damage on the inside. Like I said, I don't think it's terrible in there. Sorry, tripod's in the way, but obviously I think it's just pushed. Like you can see this bottom post here, like the jam, it's not sitting on the sole plate anymore, so I think we just got to push all of that over. So we'll get that all stripped out and have a little look at that. Okay, so now we've got that ply off, we can have a proper look at what we've got, and it must have hit it quite hard, because it's snapped two 4x2s, and it snapped them quite low. Like in the middle would have been easier to snap them. Like that's just, the screws just ripped that, so don't worry about that. But to snap them on the end like that, must have hit it quite hard. Anyone's ever tried snapping a 4x2, you'll know it's quite hard. So they'll need replacing. We'll need to get some shiplap for the outside. And like I said, this one here, I think we can just push this one back on. This one's not snapped, it's just come away, so I think we can get that one back on. It's not going to be easy to do, but it's not impossible. So yeah, little trip to Selco, I think, to go and get some 4x2s, and we'll get them back on. Okay, that ain't going to do the job, so we're going to pop over to Wicks and see if we can get anything over there. Let's go. Okay, so that's brought us back. So that was a bit eventful, wasn't it? Selco, Wicks, everywhere. Luckily that new Wicks has opened up. Anyway, so what I want to do is actually I'm going to get this door off, because it's going to make our life a lot easier. I'm going to start by moving this first post over here, and then we can address the two broken ones in there, and then we can turn our attention to cladding. So yeah, door off, cladding off, and then try and get this post right. Let's get into it. Okay, so now I've got all that ripped out. You might have seen I got that 4x2 out, which was the one that was running down the side here. So to get a new one in, we're going to have to extend this top plate across, but we don't need to do that yet. What I want to do is try and get this post back inside. Now, hammering it ain't going to do a lot of good, because it's only sitting on a brick, and it's just going to loosen all that brick off, and I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my new timbers. I'm going to cut that slightly longer. Sorry about that glare. Can't really do a lot about it. Cut that slightly longer. Hang on. Right. Wedge it underneath here and wedge it down to the floor, hammered on an angle, and then that should lift this side up. And hopefully we'll be able to sort that out. So let's give that a go. Okay, perfect. So putting that bit of timber in worked perfect. We've managed to jack this up. Only a few mil, but enough so I can move it. Because, like I said, I don't want to hammer on that because we're going to move them bricks. So that's worked. We managed to jack that up enough. So now I want to try and get the angle grinder in there, or maybe the multi-tool with a metal cutting blade, and just cut them nails off that are under there. Then we can reposition that leg, drop it down, and then everything should be held in place. Then we can actually start putting this thing back together. So let's give that a go. Okay, better get another fixing in this bottom plate as well, because that's a bit loose. But they all cut out right, which is good. So that means it's going to go back together, which is perfect. Oh, that moved quite easily actually. Right, we'll cut this bit of paper off, and we'll get another fixing in there, and we'll get this fixed back together. Then we can start rebuilding that corner. Much better, perfect. Not the ideal fixings, but it's what we had on the van, plus that bolt's done back up, so that's not going anywhere now. So now we can reposition this leg, get this fixed, and yeah, like I keep on saying, get the whole thing back together again. Okay, I forgot to press record on that, but basically what I did was I knocked this support out. I got this all flush where it needed to be, and I put some 4-inch nails in, quite a few 4-inch nails, so that now, as you can see, ain't going anywhere. So we're all good, we're happy with that. Perfect. Okay, so just quickly, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, recladding and all that, what I want to do is actually put the doors back on and check that they're all meeting properly. So if we need to make any adjustments to that jamb, if the jam's slightly out of plumb or whatever, we can do that before we've clad it all, because yeah, you don't want to clad it all and then find out that jam's in the wrong place. So let's do that, get them doors back on, and then we'll carry on from there. Well, that looks good already. Oh, perfect. Right, let's see if this one shuts to it, shall we? That one needs a bit of adjustment. Get the keys. Let's see if that's working. Sorry, just checking if my microphones were turned on. Hey presto, that one needs a bit of adjustment, but that's fine, we can do that. But overall, I'm really happy with that, because I don't know if you remember at the start of the video, but I had to hammer them bolts to get them off, and this door weren't opening, so that's good, that's really positive. We're not in twist, and we're in plumb, and the shut line down the middle looks really good, so I'm happy with that. We're back in the right place. Okay, so we're happy with how that's reframed now. So I had to put that new header plate through because that's missing in the corner there. So that's just going to support the weight from there, like cantilever action, and it locks in there. So that should be fine there. We've readjusted this brace over here, put a new one in there. So yeah, we're looking all good. So I think before we focus on the outside, I'm going to get the insulation back in. I mean, the insulation ain't done very well, but it's in there anyway. And we'll get this reclad, because theoretically, that plywood And that bit of plywood shouldn't need cutting now. They should just go straight back on, so we'll know. I'm trying to do this to make sure it goes back to how it was rather than readjusting it. So by putting them back in, we should know if it's the right size. So let's do that. Right, let's get a bit of building paper on here as much as we can. Try and tuck it up there slightly. That's it. And I'm going to have to nail this on because, believe it or not, turn that round, I've got a square edge. Believe it or not, I own 2 staple guns, and do you think I can find either of them? Can't find them anywhere. So we're just going to nail this on, which will be fine because the cladding will hold it on as well. Right, let's get some cladding back on. Like I said, this stuff ain't exactly the right size, but it's better than no cladding at all, isn't it? And it's not terribly far out. So we'll get that on, shoot these in. They've nailed it in 4 places on the original. I don't know if you can see that if I pan you round. I'm surprised all of these ain't split, to be honest. You're only ever supposed to, because that one will hold that one in, so you're only supposed to nail the bottom. So I don't know why they've done that, but trigger happy maybe. But never mind, we'll do it properly. That's looking better already, isn't it? Little rebuild on that. Like I said, not quite the same profile, but it's not terribly far away. So that's good, I'm happy with that. Perfect. That's gone on there really well. I'm really happy with that. So let's see if we can get in this side. Okay, so as you can see, I've done all the cladding down the side here. Now, I didn't video that because that's the next door neighbour's garden, and I asked permission if I could enter and if I could film, and she didn't want me filming in there, which is fair enough. So yeah, all I did was took the fence panel out down this side here, obviously opened the gate, cut back to a decent stud so I could join these timbers on, but they're staggered. So I went like this one's on that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, you get the point. A little bit of trim up there, so now all to do is put the gutter back on, put the doors back on, and give all this a lick of paint. So that's the next, let's do it. Well, it still shuts after all of that, so that's all good. Just got to adjust this one, haven't we? We'll do that now quickly. I think we can just do that by adjusting that hinge up on there, so let's do that. So now we've done that, just slacken this one up, tighten this one up rather. Heat getting to me today. What have we got for temperature today? 22 degrees according to my watch. Right, tighten that off. Let's have a go. See if that works. Beautiful. That's working, and we've got a nice bit of clearance there now. And we still lock. Perfect. I'm going to call that a success, guys. Whew. there we go, guys. I've had to jump back in the van because one, it's too bright out there, and two, it's too hot, so I've had to jump in here with the aircon on, so I'm sorry if you can hear that humming away in the background. But yeah, I think that come out really, really well. I'm looking over there because the garage is over there, by the way. It's a habit I need to get out of the habit of. But yeah, customers over the moon. I think it come out really, really well. Customer thought their garage was written off, so the fact that that's done for them, they're well happy, they're over the moon. So yeah, but I'm going to leave it there, guys. If you've got anything from this video at all, hit that little like button because it really helps me get these videos out. If you've got any questions on what I've done on there, or anything in general, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to all the comments. I'll get back to you there. If you want to follow along with this stuff, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, you'll be up to date with all my videos. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.